Today, we're going to talk about what might just be humanity's greatest adventure. It's a story about a message in a bottle, but the bottle is a spacecraft, and the ocean is the entire cosmos.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if you could send a message that would last for 1 billion years? A message that could outlive everything we know. Our cities, our mountains, maybe even humanity itself. What would you even put on it? What would you say?
Well, this isn't some sci-fi plot. In 1977, we actually did it. And those messengers are still out there, flying right now. It's the story of two incredible probes, Voyager 1 and 2. So how did this all get started? How did this impossible journey even begin?
Well, it all kicked off with a huge stroke of cosmic luck. I'm talking about a planetary alignment that is so rare it only happens once every 176 years.
This alignment made something called the Grand Tour possible. The secret sauce here was a trick called gravity assist. Think of it like this. Instead of needing a ton of fuel to get from one planet to the next, the Voyager probes could basically surf the gravity of each giant planet. They'd fly by Jupiter, and Jupiter's gravity would just fling them towards Saturn, giving them a massive speed boost. It was like a cosmic slingshot. And this little trick cut a decades-long trip down to just over 10 years. Absolutely genius.
But here's the thing. The Voyager mission wasn't just about the science, as amazing as that was. No, bolted to the side of each of these probes is something different. Something that's less about planetary data and more about, well, the very soul of humanity.
This is the golden record. The legendary Carl Sagan and his team put this together. You can think of it as our greeting card to the cosmos. It's a message in a bottle. Just like we said, a little snapshot of who we are and what life is like here, sent out into this vast, dark, unknown ocean of space.
And what a snapshot it is. I mean, look at what they packed onto this thing. Greetings in 55 different languages. The actual sounds of our planet. You've got wind, waves, whale songs, even laughter. And then there's 90 minutes of music that goes from Bach all the way to Chuck Berry, and they even included Javanese gamelan music. It was this incredible attempt to just say, hello, this is us, in a way that goes way beyond words.
And you know, this one greeting right here just perfectly captures the human spirit of this whole thing. It's in Indonesian, and it says, "Good night, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye, and see you again next time." How perfect is that? It's such a simple, hopeful, and, well, human farewell to send out to the stars.
Okay, but a record is totally useless if you don't know how to play it, right? So the cover itself is an absolutely brilliant instruction manual. It's written in the universal language of science. This diagram here, it's a map that uses pulsars, which are like cosmic lighthouses, to pinpoint our exact location in the galaxy. This symbol of a hydrogen atom, that provides a universal unit for time and space. And these little drawings show exactly how to play the record. They literally gave any potential finder the key to unlock our message.
All right, so with humanity's mixtape safely bolted on, it was time for the main event, the grand tour of the giant planets. And believe me, what Voyager found out there, it didn't just add to our textbooks, it completely rewrote them.
First stop, Jupiter in 79. And boom, it finds active volcanoes on Jupiter's moon Io, the first ever seen beyond Earth. Next up, Saturn in 80 and 81. Voyager 1 takes a close look at Titan's super thick, hazy atmosphere, and that maneuver slingshotted it right out of the plane of our solar system, forever. So Voyager 2 had to go it alone. In 86, it gets to Uranus and finds this bizarre, tilted world with a totally chaotic magnetic field. And finally, in 89, it reaches Neptune and discovers these crazy geysers of nitrogen ice erupting from its moon Triton. I mean, every single stop was a mind-blowing revelation.
So those years were just a whirlwind of discovery, one amazing thing after another. But then, after the final flyby, as Voyager 1 was speeding away from everything it had ever known, the mission entered a whole new phase, a much quieter, more philosophical one.
The main part of the mission, the planetary tour, was basically done. To save precious power, the plan was to shut the cameras off for good. But there was one last picture that just had to be taken.
It was Carl Sagan, again, who really pushed for this. He urged Mission Control to send one last command: turn the cameras around. Just one last look back at home, from the very edge of our solar system.
And this is what it saw, from 6 billion kilometers away. That tiny speck of light, that's home. That's us, a pale blue dot. Every person you've ever loved, all of human history, everything.
It's all right there on that little mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. It's probably the most profound lesson in perspective we've ever had. A reminder of just how small and precious this one and only home really is.
So after that incredible photo, the cameras went dark forever. But the mission? Oh, it was far from over. This is where the Voyager interstellar mission truly began, the journey into the vast emptiness between the stars.
And just get a load of where they are today. Voyager 1 is more than 24.5 billion kilometers from us. Think about this. A radio signal moving at the speed of light takes about 22.5 hours just to get there, one way. So if you send a command, you have to wait almost 2 full days for a reply. They are truly in another realm.
But they are absolutely running on borrowed time. Their power comes from these things called RTGs, which basically use the heat from decaying plutonium. And that power source is slowly but surely fading. When they launched back in '77, they had about 470 watts, enough to power a few light bulbs. Now, they're working with less than half of that. It means the engineers have to make these heartbreaking choices about which scientific instruments to turn off forever, just to keep the probes alive.
And that's what makes what happened in 2024 so unbelievable. So late last year, Voyager 1 just started sending back complete gibberish. Nothing made sense. The engineers on the ground, working with 50-year-old technology and that 45-hour round-trip delay, they figured out the problem. It was a single, tiny, corrupted memory chip, 24 billion kilometers away. So they came up with this crazy plan to rewrite the probe's essential code, chop it up into little pieces, and store it in other working parts of the memory. And after months of this painstaking work, it worked. The probe woke up, they saved it. It is, without a doubt, one of the most heroic feats of long-distance repair in history.
So what comes next for these incredible ancient explorers? Well, their time talking to us, to their home, is coming to an end. But their real journey, their eternal odyssey, that's only just beginning.
Get your head around this number, 40,000. That's how many years it'll be before Voyager 1 even makes a close pass of another star. 40,000 years. That's the kind of timescale we're talking about now. This is deep, deep cosmic time.
Sometime in the 2030s, their plutonium hearts are just going to get too cold to generate enough power. That last, faint signal will fade away into nothing, and for the first time since 1977, there will be silence. But their physical journey, that will continue.
And that right there is their ultimate legacy. These two little spacecraft will just keep floating through the Milky Way for millions, maybe billions of years. They will almost certainly outlast the pyramids on Earth. Heck, they might even outlast humanity itself. They've become our silent, eternal ambassadors to the galaxy.
Which brings us to a final, big question. As they carry our story into this deep eternity, what have they become? They left Earth as machines built of metal and wires. But out there, in that vast, silent darkness, carrying the music and the laughter of a world they can never return to, have they turned into something more? Are they now our ghosts, our memory, our enduring legacy?